so freaking excited. Oh my gosh. Like, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you and to everybody that is joining us for tonight's Music Forwards Open Mic Fridays. So I am your guest host. My name is Megan O. I am filling in for my girl Lydia Caesar. Shout out to all the Leos because it's her birthday, but low-key, it's really about the Scorpios. But anyways, I am so excited for you joining us tonight because the young talent that are performing for you, for everyone here tonight, you are absolutely going to love it. Performing here on Twitch tonight. So thank you for joining, and make sure that if you have not subscribed to Music Forward on Twitch, make sure you do that so that way you do not miss out on anything. All right? We good? Also, Music Forward, let me tell you why they're so amazing. So they're a national nonprofit, right? That connects young people from our communities directly to the music industry. And it's transforming young lives, inspiring careers, and most of all, championing for a more inclusive music industry. And you're going to see that tonight on Open Mic Fridays. So what we like to consider with Open Mic Fridays is more of like a performance showcase, right? Where the young artists are showcasing their amazing talent. They're gaining all this exposure and they're getting live feedback directly from our industry experts, our industry guests with successful careers in music. And just wait till you hear who is with us tonight. So based on that from tonight's lineup, right, we'll be inviting two people to come back with special performances for our final showcase this month. And from there, the fans with the most that are in the audience, make sure you participate, all right, in our poll that's taking place at the end of tonight's Open Mic Fridays. You can check that out on Music Forward on IG at Music Forward. Along with that, we have our two industry guests from tonight that will be selecting an artist that will be invited to come back and perform, right? And not only that, they actually are going to walk away with an Apple gift card, a score, right? I know I would love to have an Apple gift card. And on top of that, we will be announcing the artist on Music Forward's Instagram on Monday. Remember, Music Forward on Instagram, and you can make sure you can follow along at Music Forward. So before we get started with performances from our awesome young talent, let's meet our industry guests. Hey, industry guests, can you please turn on your cameras? I want to introduce Siobhan first. Like, look at her hair. I absolutely love it. So Siobhan is in New York City, singer and songwriter. She embodies living art and takes you on a polychromatic journey, like flipping through pages of a storybook. Siobhan's music is more of like an emotional roller coaster of dance, along with the influence from different genres like dance, electro soul to hip hop, and becoming a musical bouquet and establishing a sound like no other. And after graduating from Dodson University, Siobhan was like, you know what? I'm going to start my career on the other side of the game. We're talking about the music industry business side, working in marketing for prestigious corporations like even BET, Bad Boy, Def Jam, just naming a few. And with those long hours and those awesome key connections, it gave the singer a broader perspective of the music industry and a wiser approach to controlling Siobhan's own music and getting it out to the masses. Oh my gosh, you are the bomb, Siobhan.
Oh, thanks, girl.
Yes. So why did you find that it was so important to learn like both sides of the music industry, like as an artist as well as the business side though?
I always knew I wanted to do music long term and for the rest of my life, but I never wanted to go into it blindly. I went to college for public relations. I had a Spanish minor. I was also pre-law. So I was at that in between where I was deciding if I was going to go into entertainment law and law school specifically, or if I was going to go through public relations. And I wanted to learn the industry before it became my life. So I was really strategic with the route I took, but also my reputation and everything I could learn and the people along the way really started from all of those first internships.
That's what's up though. Like that is something that you don't really hear too often, but you'll be surprised once you start learning more. You may be like, hold on, I actually like that avenue better. So I applaud you for doing that. You're dope in real life though, Siobhan.
Thank you. So are you?
You're welcome. Thank you. Look, muchas gracias. I also want to introduce our next industry guest, Royal Z. Now, Royal Z is a founder and CEO, right, of Humble Soul Music and is managed by Chelsea Avery and Lucas Keller of Milk and Honey. Born in Baltimore with deep roots in New York and Jamaica, now this musical chameleon fell in love with music at the age of 4 with the violin and then learned many instruments after that, right? Royal Z has written tracks for film, including like Birth of a Nation, and even worked with these awesome artists like Chloe and Haley, Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber, and of course the amazing Kanye West, just to name a couple of them. And now tonight, joining us with this awesome feedback, Royal Z, like, how did you even have time in your schedule to join us tonight?
You know, you got to give to receive in life. You know, you got to give to receive.
Fact.
How y'all doing?
You know, we're doing good. Just wait till you hear these performances. Like, I know when we were at Soundcheck, it was like, what? Wait till everybody hears it. Super dope. But I have a question for you, though. So, Royal Z, with your amazing catalog, like, how do you handle pressure? Because I know that you were working on project with more than one artist at a time. How do you deal with that?
A whiteboard, you know, a whiteboard, a lot of weed, and just patience, you know, just trying to compartmentalize things and understanding that you can only do one thing at a time. So really just like when I got the whiteboard, my life changed. As simple as it might sound, because sometimes you just got to see what you have to do in the task at hand. And it helps you kind of think about your records before you actually diving in a little bit easier, and you can kind of like plan them out and strategize a little bit. Helps with your time and stress a little bit.
Got you. So
and also just saying no. Sometimes you just got to say no because you can't do it all.
Yeah, sometimes, and I think that's the hard part, especially for artists, you know, and creatives. Saying no can be actually really hard. I want you to bring that back up tonight. I want you to bring that back up. And also, it looks like we all need to get a whiteboard. Industry guests, thank you for joining us. You all can now turn your cameras off. So remember, okay, now before we get this party started with Open Mic Fridays, do not forget that the chat is actually open right now. Shout out to Twitch. And if you have not signed in yet, please make sure you create an account and sign in so that way you can participate in our chat. And of course, as always, we are here for the positivity. We are here for the good vibes. So please keep your comments positive, showing love and support for all of the artists that are here to perform, for not just me, not just the industry guests, but more so for you. So coming to the virtual stage, we have our very first performer, Symphony Green. Symphony, born in San Diego and later raised in Louisiana. It wasn't until the passing of Symphony's mother that opened the door of possibility and opportunity, which led to the decision to move to Los Angeles and pursue a music career, where Symphony then signed with Scorpion Global, Sony Music Publishing, and working with super producer Rance D. Oh my gosh, Symphony Green, you like, oh my God, how did you go from Louisiana to Los Angeles with the food change? Was that hard for you?
Girl, don't even get me started. My mother could cook. So it's a big transition. Here, I don't even eat meat. So.
But you want to know what though? You want to know what's bomb? Is this performance you're about to give us. Okay. So with that being said, Symphony Green, get in the zone. The floor is all yours.
Awesome. Yeah. I just muted it real quick because I have so much delay.
Yeah, mute yourself.
Okay. How y'all doing tonight? Thank y'all for tuning in. It's my new song called More.
No, I used to stay up all night just to pray for me, trying to block the pain that the devil tried to bring to me. I got an angel looking down on me. No, my mama proud, raised a good woman. Daddy worked a job for his whole dang life, so I worked even smarter in the streets and got it. Treat me like his own, even though he adopted me. Everybody on, going straight to the top with me. People tried to block the food on my table, tried to count me out, didn't see me fall. I still let you eat, but I peep though. We ain't got a window shop no more. The moment we fall off, impossible. I'ma need more, and I'ma get more. Ooh, I need more. Remember when I used to check the tags in the stores? No more, no more, bang now. Got it out the mud, baby, no handouts. Stay down, had to wait it out. You know, we ain't chasing clout, and I'ma celebrate every chance that I get. Cause it ain't every day a black woman do this. You know, I gotta represent. You know that I'ma represent. People tried to block the food on my table, tried to count me out, didn't see me fall. I'll still let you eat, but I peep though. We ain't got a window shop no more. They want me ball up, impossible. I'ma need more, and I'ma get more. Ooh, I need more. Remember when I used to check the tags in the stores? No more, no more. Yeah, come on, y'all. But it's not even just about popping tags, y'all. We ain't going back. It's no more struggle. Let's get it. People tried to block the food on my table, tried to count me out, then see me fall. I'll still let you eat, but I peep though. Come on, yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in today. We got a lot of amazing artists after me. Let's go.
Okay. Get them, Symphony. So you literally like sang about struggle being so beautiful. Let's talk about you embracing struggle. As an artist, why do you feel that struggle is a part of the process?
Man, it shapes you to who you need to become in this industry. You're going to go through so many ups and downs. And, you know, that strength is what's going to help you hold on. When you think you can't do it, just everything you think about, all you've been through, man, that's what helps you persevere to get what you really, truly want in life, you know? You got to go through those ups and downs.
Facts, you better spit it. Okay, I feel like I'm in church right now. That's what's up, Symphony Green. Hey, yo, industry guys, can we turn our cameras on? Okay, so Siobhan, as you can see, Symphony Green was talking about, like, she literally saying how beautiful struggle is. What kind of feedback do you have for Symphony?
Symphony, I loved it. I loved your passion. I loved your delivery. I could tell you're a really good storyteller. I feel like you brought us on the journey from like the beginning to your family to where you are and where you want to go. I'd say overall, you have a great delivery. I can really tell that you know what you're talking about, but there are a couple moments that I think you can let the story build a little bit more through your presentation. So for instance, if you were to stand still for some moments and then let it build for more and have something that's specific that physically brings you to more, so that there's moments that they can hear your lyrics a little bit. Now I'm saying more all the time, but finding ways to play on that I think would be really cool. Also, I'm from New York, so I know what it is. We talk with our hands, but just being mindful not to cover your beautiful face.
Thank you.
And then for the outro, I love that it slowed down and everything kind of faded out so we could hear the lyrics more. And I wonder how that would sound in ending in something maybe a cappella so that they could really hear what the foundation of the song was. But overall, I think you're incredible and it was a great story.
Thank you.
Thank you, Siobhan. Thank you. And Royal Z, what do you have for Symphony?
Symphony, I love that hook. That hook is really dope. Like, it's really, really dope. I think some of the verse parts, I think it sounded like you almost just wanted to spit, but it sounded like the melody and some of the verse parts was like an afterthought, if you will. You know what I mean? Most important part of the song is always the chorus. Chorus locked me in. It's catchy. It's memorable. It feels good. You know what I'm saying? But still, maybe always think about fine tuning and, maybe use melody in places that it feels like natural, in some places that might feel a little bit more forced. Like, there's nothing wrong with 1 or 2 note songs. There's, plenty of great, amazing records that connect with people that, are simpler melodically too,
Yeah.
Nice. That's one of those where you want to get your pen and like start taking all the notes as these industry guests speak, right? Right, Symphony?
Don't worry.
And for everybody that came to support Symphony, make sure that you stick around to the very end of the showcase so that way you can show some love for Symphony in our fan poll. Thank you, Symphony. You may now turn your camera off. Now, Royal Z, I have a question for you, okay? Now, you have so many credits under your belt. Like, do you ever get writer's block? And if so, how do you even work through that?
Well, I don't really believe in writer's block, but there's definitely days that you feel like you're firing on all cylinders more than others. I mean, generally what I try and do anytime that I have quote unquote writer's block is because I'm trying to do something that's not natural for me, you know, and just, you got to do you. So anytime I feel like I'm doing that, you know, it's always if you're trying to like fit into a specific byline or a specific ask, you know, maybe it's not really your natural, most comfortable cup of tea, you know. I just always go back to what I know. And sometimes I'll try and I'll trick myself. I'll do a little, you know, like put my guitar in weird tunings and just do different stuff to kind of take me out of, so I could just address it from a more natural place. And normally that helps.
Yeah. Like kind of like a reset button. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you have so many influences from around where sometimes it can be a lot. So hitting that reset button, I can see is really important. Thank you for sharing that with us. Like it's important to share that. Thank you. All right, amazing industry guests. You can now turn your cameras off. But Siobhan, I have a question for you when we come back, all right? So now coming to the stage, we have Ben Dodson. Now, Ben Dodson, woo, at that rehearsal yesterday, Ben is a singer, songwriter, producer from Nashville, Tennessee, with the aspiration to cultivate meaningful, genuine community and making lifelong memories. Also helping find peace for the memories that make for like a heavy heart. The motto is one gig, one song, one person at a time. Ben, your bio is so deep, and then you have your guitar. Oh my goodness, I already know you about to bring it tonight. How you feeling?
What's up? How are you?
You're a whole vibe over there with that purple light, looking good.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm glad you invited me. I think this is a really good thing for young people.
Absolutely. That's what's up. Well, we look forward. Thank you for being here for Open Mic Fridays with Music Forward. With that being said, the stage is all yours.
Appreciate it. This is a song I wrote called Beautiful Tonight. I've been up early lately. I started meditating, keeping my wonder mind from wandering back to you. It's been quite a while now since I've seen you smile the way you do. I started getting patient. I finally found my faith and found feeling sorry for myself and got out again. Oh, I suddenly silence started drowning out this crowded room. Baby, I just lose my focus in the moment you walk by. No, I just can't help but notice your brown eyes. So baby, ask me why I'm falling. Oh, and I can't tell you why. No, I'm sorry that you're beautiful tonight. Tell me why are you changing all the signs? But I'm not the only one that's on your mind. Tell me why are you beautiful tonight? But I'm not the only one that's on your mind. If you blame me for the sudden change of mind, well, I'm sorry that you're beautiful tonight. And I'm tired of feeling wasted. I can't complete this patience. Why am I so tired of myself when I'm trying again? Oh, I suddenly feeling just won't believe it over me. And baby, Baby, I just lose my focus in the moment you walk by. No, I just can't help but notice you tonight. Baby, ask me why I'm falling, and I can't tell you why. I don't know what's going on tonight. So tell me why are you seeing all the signs, but I'm not the only one that's on your mind. Tell me why are you beautiful tonight, but I'm not the only one that's on your mind. So if you blame me for the sudden change on my mind, I'm sorry that you're beautiful tonight.
Oh my gosh. Ben, the first time that I heard you perform yesterday, I was like, can you keep singing, please? Like, can you please play your guitar just a little bit longer? Ben, you have the chat going absolutely loco. How long have you been playing the guitar, though?
I don't know, probably since I was like 12 or 13.
Wow.
So, yeah. And
when did you finally decide that it was time to bet on yourself?
I kind of like low-key dropped out of high school junior year, but
Okay.
it wasn't, and I went homeschooling, but I just like stopped going to high school. So it was like right around that time, I was like, I'm not going to go to school anymore. I'm just going to stay at home and like write songs. And like,
Yeah.
I'm a producer as well. So I just like make music all the time. That's what I was doing right before this. I just love doing it. It's like my favorite thing to do, like literally ever, is just make music, you know?
You can tell
really
it's your
appreciate it. Thank you.
passion. Yeah, you can totally tell. There's that struggle again. It's like beautiful music in the struggle. Okay, enough of me. Industry guests, please turn your cameras on because I know that you have some awesome feedback for Ben. Siobhan, exactly, right? Exactly. What do you have for Ben?
Sorry, just stopped crying. I'm so glad my screen was off. Ben, the melody was so sweet and gentle, but it was really strong and beautiful. It was just a beautiful song. You had a constant build where you started really soft, and I could tell you had more, but you brought us to every part of it. I think there's something really special in like your growl when you sing "Why," and I think that's something you could really explore to do a lot of different sounds with. But it was such a beautiful song, and I think there's so much wordplay you could really do with. I'm sorry that you're beautiful tonight. That could be your perspective. That could be their perspective. There's a lot of things that you could do with that, but I think it's a really beautiful message and question to kind of keep coming up in a song. Like, what does that mean? And what are the consequences of being beautiful sometimes? I thought it was beautiful. I'm just going to keep saying beautiful now.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ben. Ben, your voice is incredible. I love the dynamics in your vocal. I love the chorus. I loved every part of it. The only thing, if I would give you one recommendation, just sometimes it's first of all, for anybody out there that does play instruments and sing at the same time, that's way harder than it ever looks. You know what I mean? But sometimes it's good if you rehearse at like much slower tempos with like a little metronome, just so that some of the rhythms, because I know some of your phrasings of the vocals felt like they were trying to find a pocket a little bit better, and your voice is there, the melodies were great, the lyrics were great, you know what I'm saying? I love the changes, I love the dynamics, I love the build, but just to, make sure you're always kind of sitting in that oh so necessary pocket, So I just suggest just practicing with a little metronome, a little click in here, and even, practicing kind of, slowing down a little bit, speeding it up a little bit. Sometimes that helps the muscle memory and so it can like really, really fully lock in.
Yeah.
Your voice is amazing, man.
Thank you. I for sure do have pocket issues, for sure. Yeah.
It's okay, man.
Yeah.
That's okay. You got tone, you have passion, you have integrity. Those are the important things. Pocket you can work out. It's just You know, LeBron, you just gotta shoot free throws every day, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's the only way. It's a muscle memory. It's a rehearsal. It's a work just like any great anybody anywhere. You know, the greatest are always the hardest workers, and that's not, by chance. So
Thank you.
keep it going,
Thank you
man.
so much. Thank you.
Yeah, dope, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yes, Siobhan and Royal Z, thank you for the awesome feedback. And I'm just still looking at the chat here on Twitch. Shout out to everybody that is still flaming it up. But make sure you keep that same energy. Don't forget for the fan poll at the end when you're showing love for Ben. Ben, awesome job. High five to you, all right?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. You can now turn your camera off. All right. Siobhan, I have a pregunta for you. Did I say that right? Pregunta in Espanol.
Yeah, what's up?
Yes. So pregunta, question. Like you wear many hats as an artist. Like you're an educator, you're an activist. How in the world, Siobhan, are you finding
this world?
Yes. How in the
hot
world?
mess of a world?
Yes. How are you finding like balance when it comes with working with all your passions though?
I think it's really important, and thank you for asking. I think it's really important that no matter the hat you wear, that it's still you and it's true to your purpose, and each role will feed the next. So I think a lot of times they tell you that there's a time and place, and I think there is, of course. But sometimes you are the time, sometimes you are the place, and you have to bring that energy into all the spaces you're in. So, for instance, I was teaching global history to high schoolers, but it was through music. Yeah. And then that connects to my activism because that's through song, and that connects to this and that connects to that. And because I'm a multi-faceted artist in different ways, I think it's important that there's still something that ties that thread. I think it gets confusing in this world where we have a lot of different things we like, but not things we love. And we're doing different things that feel disconnected to the person itself. I think it's really important that it's rooted in your purpose and everything else will connect. It's just sometimes not the way you thought it was going to.
Oh, exactly. And when you think about how your career started, it was not this simple route anyway, right? Yeah. And another quick question that I have, do you ever catch yourself using lyrics to respond to people?
All the time.
I know, right? I can
all
tell
the time.
It's part of your lesson plan.
I'm a very metaphorical person. So I feel that for each artist, because they're all such strong songwriters, I'm always going to cling to that word that I'm seeing as this full metaphor of life, that maybe they're seeing it this way, but I connect a lot of things in a bigger, deeper way. So lyrics are so important to me. Some people hear the beat, and the beat's so important. That's the root for me as well, but I'm all about the words. I think language is very, very important, and what we tell people to sing along with us is also important.
All day. Y'all are both so dope. Like this would not be an amazing Open Mic Fridays without our industry guests. Don't you all agree? Show them some love in the chat. I'm just saying no.
And you, Megan, you're a host. You like a host.
You bringing all that.
Killing it.
Yeah, you the hostess of the most.
I'm just saying, shout out to Lydia Caesar. It was her birthday. I was like, girlfriend, I totally will fill in for you. Are you crazy? So
Leo season.
I know, season the bomb. All right. Well, you know what, industry guests, we're gonna come back. So you already know what I'm about to say. You can turn your cameras off for now. Isn't this just so amazing? Like, I love events like this. I love when young talent can showcase their awesomeness. This is what keeps you going. Earlier, we had the conversation about sometimes it's events like this that keep you going when you're right at the point of when you want to quit. So shout out to you for joining us tonight. All right. It's time for our next amazing talent to join the virtual stage. Now, I would like to introduce to you April Love. Now, one thing about April Love is she's the bomb also. She's an up-and-coming artist, born and raised in California, a recent graduate from UCLA, right? And now pursuing the passion in music. April has been singing and playing the guitar since the 6th grade, all right? And April is excited to make music that is not only intentional, it's relatable as well as real. April, showing all that love with that pink background. You looking good tonight, April.
Thank you, sis. Thank you so much for the introduction. And I just want to say shout out to Music Forward just for affording me this opportunity to perform tonight. I'm so humbled to perform with other artists that are equally amazing and just dope in their artistry. So I'm blessed to have this opportunity, and I truly hope that y'all vibe with my song.
Oh, we're totally about to vibe. With that being said, I am giving you the stage. The floor is all yours.
Yes, so this song is one of my original songs called The Rose, and it's directly related to what it feels like to participate in your own unfolding, whether that means in your purpose or in your life, or just towards whatever it is that you're striving for. So I truly hope that y'all vibe with it.
The rose never seems to know its beauty when it grows and stays inside of that bud. It hurts to open, but it'll hurt more to stay all tucked away. It's hard to know to go and give your all, or just stay in place. Oh, rose, oh, rose, oh, rose. You will know when it's your time to grow. Oh, rose, oh, rose, oh, rose. You will know when it's your time to grow. Why does love feel so out of reach when love resides in each of us? Don't focus on the shadow, it's distracting you from seeing the light. The promise of the sun is he will save you from the night. Oh, love, oh, love, oh, love. Your life is a representation of love. Oh, love, oh, love, oh, love. You will know that you are loved.
Oh my gosh, April. Like, you amazed me even at rehearsal yesterday. I was so glued into everybody's sound check today. April, when it came to this song, which your performance was really good, by the way, like how do you know when it's time to grow? Do you start catching yourself getting antsy? How did you know that it was time to grow and even perform digitally tonight?
Man, this song just resonates with me as well as if it resonated with anybody else. And it really came from God just telling me, like, when you feel like you're uncomfortable, when it feels like it's time to start opening up and it's time to start showing more of yourself, whether your passion is music or whatever it is that your goal is or your life purpose is, when you start feeling that resistance from yourself, like, I know this is the way to go, but it's just a little bit uncomfortable. That's when I realized for myself personally that I was starting to grow, I was starting to unfold, specifically in this purpose as it relates to music. But that's really, really where this song came from. Just that feeling of like, I want to do this. I know I need to do this, but I'm nervous and I don't know what's to come. But just allowing that process to unfold. It's part of participating in that leads to your growth.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. Like you said something really important, like knowing that it's that time and running to your fear. And I applaud you. You did amazing. You did amazing. And now it's time for our industry guests to give their feedback. So you can turn your cameras on. Siobhan, dope, right? What kind of feedback do you have for April Love?
April, that was beautiful, beautiful.
Thank
You literally had me at unfolding. So when you first even just presented the song, I'm a very visual person. So once you said rose, once you said unfolding, I naturally pictured, like, imagine if there was a rose blooming behind you. Imagine if there was a whole garden and slowly, even if it was animation or a time lapse, like, I would love to see, and I know this is Zoom, but I think there's still really cool ways, because your song is very literal, but also filled with metaphors in between, that you could add that visual of roses in a lot of different cool intentional ways.
Absolutely.
I think you had a beautiful tone. You have such a floaty but strong falsetto that was really, really nice. I think the message of the song is also really timely. There are a lot of people that sat with themselves this year for the first time ever, and they're deciding if they shrunk or if they want to grow even bigger. And I think it helps to have those songs that you can connect to throughout that process. So I love the hook. I do love the hook, and I love the song, and I love the message. I wonder if there's room for a little more wordplay on the hook itself of you will know when it's your time to grow. I think in my head, I kept hearing you'll know when it's your time to know. Or at the end, when you ended with that you are love, I wonder what that would sound like throughout the song, to be reminded that you'll know that you're love. Because
Gotcha.
if you're not there yet, sometimes the unfolding can be so hurtful. You don't get to the final message. And I wonder what that repetition of saying, you are love, you'll know that you're love, what that could feel like to build into. But in general, it was a beautiful song, beautiful song. You are a rose. I loved it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that tip. I definitely get what you're saying, just emphasizing that idea of love, because that was the most important part of the song to me too. Also, just with my artist name, April Love, just recognizing that there is love within you too as you unfold. So thank you for that note. Thank you.
Talk about perspective at its finest. Siobhan, you dope. You bomb. Royal Z, what feedback do you have for April Love today?
I love your voice, April. Your voice is beautiful. And just like Siobhan said, your falsetto, I was just like, is she going to sing more? I just want to hear more falsetto. It's really, really special and beautiful. I love the message. I love the warmth of the song. You know, I love the warmth of your performance. The only little tidbit I would say is that lyrically, I feel like I'm always a big believer that the best way for music to connect with the most amount of people, which is what I personally like to do, is to, make it feel like you're talking to somebody, and I wonder if, so I always kind of think like, we're in a room and we'll be writing a song and someone will say a line or something. I'll be like, when I'm doing this in my mind, I'm thinking, would I say that to someone, or could I hear someone else saying that to someone, and I just think that maybe if you approach your song kind of with a once over and think about that, maybe you could find some ways to have certain things be a little bit more conversational, you know what I mean? And a little bit more feeling like something that you would actually say to somebody. Like the sentiment was there, the beauty was there, but sometimes we can describe a feeling to someone without saying this is the feeling. We could just tell a story around it, or we could describe a moment that other people can relate to. Oh, and that's that feeling that we all, find in commonality. That's kind of the beauty of music. But that was my only thing. Just I felt like some things, and anytime you have like positive message songs or uplifting records, which I do a lot of, like, there's always that fine line how you thread it, because you still want it to be, fly, you still want your friends to like it, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like, how do you convey and communicate, that positivity? And, just maybe in the future, just thinking about, things from a little bit more conversational perspective, and just, just like however you speak to your friends, try and write like that, because then it's going to feel like extremely authentic. You know what I mean?
Gosh, thank you so much for that tip. I'm about to write this down after I get off the camera. Thank you.
Yeah, and stay in your head voice. Like, you have a nice range, but like, play around with keys and melodies and figure out like what parts of your voice. Like, your head voice is like very engaging. Like, both of us said that off the bat. You know what I mean? So you always got to find like what sometimes how we see ourselves is different from how the world sees ourselves. And as soon as we're making music for the world, it's like you kind of gotta close your eyes a little bit off to your own personal perspective, and be like, oh, okay, this is what y'all vibe. Okay, you figure out how to play with this a little bit, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got you. Thank you so much. Thank you both for your tips. I also wanted to add this in there. If anybody that's watching wants to follow me on IG to stay updated on what I'm doing with music, you could follow me at April_love with 4 E's. And thank y'all again.
You better. I love it. She's like, I gotta plug myself real quick. That's what's up. April Love with how many E's again?
With 4 E's, y'all.
With 4 E's, y'all. And make sure you give her some roses when you check out the fan poll on Instagram at Music Forward. All right. It's going to be ready for you. All right. Thank you. Also, April Love, you can't turn your camera off. You can't turn your camera off. Now, okay, industry guest. This question now is for Royal Z. All right. I'm going to pull out a microphone. This is an important question. What can artists do, right? Royal Z, what do you think that artists can do to prepare for a session with the producer that they've never even worked with before?
Well, hopefully it's somebody that they are at least familiar with, or could familiarize themselves with. And I'll tell this to producers that are working with artists for the first time or songwriters, find out if you can identify what it is they do the best. Like, whatever feels the most natural for them. You know what I'm saying? And maybe if you want to make a rock and roll record, but you come in and this guy does like trap drums, maybe you'll save the rock and roll concept for another day as opposed to trying to push him to do something that, is not going to be right.
Yeah.
So it's always good to figure out like, what are people's strengths, and then just kind of be like, okay, let me try that. And also understand, as an artist, or as a producer, my number one job is to gain the trust of the artist, so work with the producer a little bit. Like, if you're there in the room, there must be a reason why you're there, and be open to suggestions and be open to maybe, pushing you past your point of comfort. A lot of times, like, the special moments and special records that I've had have been when I've like pushed artists to do things that they're either uncomfortable with or just kind of not really in their bag. But a lot of times that juxtaposition is like, groundbreaking stuff. So.
Yeah, just trusting the process and doing some research also is what it sounds like too, right?
Yeah, just do your homework, do some research, listen to some records, and try and listen for commonalities. Okay, it sounds like this person does this, and then try and figure out how that could work into your artistry, as opposed to you coming in and certain producers are chameleons, and we can do a lot of different shit, and but just have that understanding that to get the best record out of today, you might need to do something that's a little bit outside of your comfort zone.
Absolutely. Look, I hope that everybody else has that pen because they're dropping all the gems tonight. Mm-hmm. Industry guests, thank you for your feedback. You can now turn your cameras off. This is just so amazing. Don't you agree? I freaking love this. So now I'm going to welcome another amazing young talent for Open Mic Fridays. Our next amazing artist is now Lindsay Duke. Lindsay Duke is a 16-year-old singer, songwriter, and business owner with a passion for promoting positivity through song and business. Lindsay, look at you looking like Kanye West with the flashing lights. Happy Friday.
Hi.
How you feeling over there? Are you ready?
I am so ready to perform for you guys.
What's the song that we're going to hear tonight?
So tonight I'm going to be sharing with you an original song that I wrote called Dear Dad. And it actually started as an open letter to my absent father. And so I turned it into a song, and I hope that you enjoy.
I'm pretty sure we're going to fall in love with it. Lindsay, the stage is now all yours.
I miss you. You're not home. I miss when you call the phone. I want to hear your voice. You're my dad, and it's not a choice. It's been years since I've seen you. It's been weeks since I've heard from you. But you act like it's every day that we talk. Again, no birthday wishes. Again, no Christmas presents. You went to be with her while I'm missing you. Oh, dear dad. Where are you? It's been so long. You promised you would come home. All of those lies that you speak, they hurt me, yeah, and they cut so deep. In case you're wondering, I am happy and I'm good. I forgive you. I still love you. Are you okay being you? Oh. Thanks to you, I have faith now. Thanks to you, I am strong now. But I still wish you come home every day. Dear Dad.
Yes, Lindsay, I am the crowd for you. Lindsay, like, can I say something? I can relate with you because I actually just met my biological father in 2018. So that song really, you made such a beautiful song out of something that hurts so much. And unfortunately, so many people like you and I can relate to that, but you made it very therapeutic. And I really want to say thank you for that.
Thank you so much for taking the time to enjoy and listen to it.
Yeah. How did you build up the courage? How did you build up the courage to say, it's time for me to write my truth and sing it and to perform it and not be afraid?
Well, my mom is a therapist, so I've had quite a bit of experience with kind of definitely thinking about how I actually feel and just making sure that it's like authentic. And so it was a process of going to therapy and kind of getting help for dealing with the emotions, for me to be like, there's a lot of other people who may feel the same, and they should hear that they're not alone and they're not the only person that is going through something in general, but specifically this situation.
Yeah, you hit it spot on. You did amazing. And I heard that little blues influence in there. Super dope. So now it is time to get some feedback from our awesome industry guests. You all may now turn on your cameras. I know, right? What do you all have for her? Siobhan, what do you have?
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. You have a really strong, just strong vulnerability. Like it was really soft, but from the intro, I heard you in so many different ways. I think the way the song is written in such a way that it feels like it's a letter with questions and with like critical feedback and like, this is what you missed, but this is where I am and this is who I've become. I think it's a lesson and a story that could apply to a lot of different people in different ways. And they could replace that with a name or with someone else or someone from this past year. There's so many different ways that it could apply. It was really beautiful. I would love to hear you perform this with like live guitar. I think sometimes your voice is so strong, it took over the track a little bit and you were guiding it. Like the melody is there, but I wonder about if the track is there for you the same way that you're there for the track, because you carried the whole song. But it was a beautiful song and I could really tell that you're doing the work and you're putting it to words. And I think that's the beauty of music. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And it's like, I like how the feedback that you give, you start thinking about instruments and performances. You are so right. Like with that band, superb. All right, Royal Z, with the amazingness that you have, what feedback do you have for Lindsay tonight?
Lindsay, you're phenomenal. Like, you're phenomenal. Yeah, how old are you? 16 years old?
I'm 16.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's phenomenal. I mean, that's everything that we come to work to do every day. You know, it's honest, it's real. The melodies are beautiful, your voice is beautiful, your control is beautiful. You know, of course, everybody's gonna feel it because it's a true story. It's your experience, and I think that's the greatest contribution that artists can make. But that's amazing. Where do you live? Where are you from? Where are you in this world?
I am from Las Vegas.
Okay, cool. How long have you been singing?
I've been singing since I could talk. So I actually used to sing Rocky Top, which is like the Tennessee anthem, because I used to live in Tennessee, and I was like 3 when I started kind of experimenting with singing. So it just took off from there.
Well, you're phenomenal. So thank you for sharing that with us. You're really phenomenal.
Thank you.
I know that you're going crazy on the inside, Lindsay. I can already tell she's trying to keep her composure right now. So everybody that is here to support Lindsay, make sure you show all that love and support in our fan poll that's taking place right now. Not just now, but right now on Instagram at Music Forward. You can see the address in our chat. And also remember to go check it out, the fan poll on IG at Music Forward. Lindsay, thank you. You can now turn your camera off. So Siobhan, I have a question for you now. I have a question. Your style, like low key, I was like so stalking you on Instagram. I absolutely love your style, right? And my question for you is, what are like some ways that artists can find their own unique and individual style? Because style is everything for an artist.
And I got to check you out too, Megan, because you got all the energy. I'm here for it. So thank you so much for that. I think it's important as an artist, as an individual, as a human being, you define certain things for yourself before you bring other people onto your team. I think God bless stylists, God bless, hairstylists, God bless makeup artists. The team is so important. But if you jump into a world where everyone's kind of telling you what you should look like and who you should be, it gets really tricky once you really start to grow and you're not sure if you're becoming a product or if you're becoming a person. I think life is too dark to not live in color, but it's defining what's that color for you. For me, it's very literal, as you can see. On a dark day, I'm rarely gonna be in black. And if I am, something's going on that day. But that doesn't mean that has to be you. I think it's important that you find what is that style that complements not just your artistry, but your lifestyle, that no matter what stage you're on, no matter what job you're at, that it's consistent to who you are and your team adds to that, not creates it for you.
Yo, you literally said to make sure that you are a person and not a product. That hit deep. Yo, bars. Can we say she has bars? All right. All right. I'm going to come back and ask some more questions. Thank you for this amazing feedback. This young talent needs this. They need it. So thank you. And you all may now turn your cameras off. Yikes. Like, oh my gosh. It's like I have all these butterflies inside where I'm just like, yo, let's keep it moving. So now I would like to go ahead and welcome another artist for Open Mic Fridays. Now, this wonderful artist is QJ. Okay, I got excited. QJ is an actor, singer, and dancer from Philadelphia. And right now, QJ's most recent single, See Some, has been blowing up. And you already know that once the song blows up, there's a music video that's on the way. So check that out and other music from QJ available on all platforms. QJ, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How are y'all?
You know, I'm feeling good. I'm about to learn some dance moves for you. So wait a minute, hold up. You got a whole performance going on. Let me find out you got background dancers over there.
Maybe. Who knows? Maybe.
Oh, maybe. So how soon are we going to get this music video since obviously your music is popping?
Right. It's going to be dropping probably the weekend of August 9th.
Okay, cool. So we right around the corner. We're right around the corner. Well, you know what, QJ, I am not going to hold you up. I look forward to your amazing performance. Everybody that's in the chat, blow it up. QJ, tear it up. The stage is yours.
Thank you. Go ahead. Hands up. All right, so look, I know we on Twitch, but we gonna rock this like we live in the flesh, all right? Right now, if you sitting at home and you on the stream and you got more than $20 in your pocket, put a 1 in the chat right now. If you at home on the stream and you doing better than your ex, put a 1 in the chat right now. For those of y'all that don't know me, my name is QJ, aka Quashon, and I like to turn up. Y'all can turn up with me. I got my dancers with me. Let's turn up. Let's go. 1, 2, 1. You said I'm not. Said I'm not enough, but you still texting me, sending pictures to my. We can do whatever, baby. You say that but you still do the childish stuff and won't leave me alone. Try to hit me, but you still roll with them. Steady on my homeboy sip show was always show. And in your messages and you gave them a show. I don't want no stupid chicken, you be acting. So shawty come in, show a hitter. What you do with it? Cause I'm just trying to see some shawty coming. Show a hitter. What you do with it? Cause I'm just trying to see some. Want no parts into that you be doing. Start this song, I swear that this gon' get them moving. Let's go get the camera, baby, we gon' make her. Your homegirls say cut me up, but they don't know what you be losing. Quarantine got me missing that we was doing. Thought about hitting you up at like 4 in the morning. Just like to talk about your feelings, it be boring. Just and ride me like airplanes, I have you soaring. Shawty come in, show me what you do with it. Cause I'm just trying to see some. Shawty, chat if you wanna see what you trying to do. Drop 2s in the chat right now, 2s in the chat. Got about 15 glasses in me. 1, 2, 3, 9 bad chickens with me. Just wanna smoke down, calling on my hitters, and I swear to God, them hitters gon' blast in me. Take it, forget it, shawty, you gon' have to pass it with me. If you let me get it, then I hit it, I get it, get it, fit it. Let's go. I swear to, I'ma have you on your toes, babe. And again, let's go. Saying you can't wait for this here, yeah, I know, babe. Show a hitter what you do with it. Cause I'm just trying to see some shawty coming. Show a hitter what you do. See some. Said I'm not enough. Don't look down on me. You said I'm not enough. Said I'm not enough. Don't look down on me. You said I'm not enough.
I think you're enough if you ask me. Get him, QJ! All right? QJ, like how many times do you work out in a day to be able to dance and sing? That's pure talent right there.
About one time a day, I try to get into.
Oh, you see how you have to rub that in? You know, just one time, Megan. Just one time is enough. It's one time. When did you start realizing like, okay, cool, I'm ready to start incorporating some dancers now? How long have you had background dancers? Hey.
So anything you see me with that's dancing wise, you're definitely gonna see them like we're.
You're gonna definitely see them.
Definitely.
I love it. That's what's up. That's what's up. QJ, you know what time it is. It's time for the feedback from the industry guest. Turn those cameras on.
Turn them on, turn them on.
Turn them on. He said, turn them on, turn them on. Don't look at him. Turn them on, turn them on. Okay. Siobhan, talk to QJ. What feedback do you have for him for tonight on Open Mic Friday?
So I love the energy. I love the preparation. I love having like a full performance no matter where you are. The living room to Madison Square Garden, you're going to get a show, you're going to get dancers. I love all of that. But I wonder, since you are a dancer by nature, I think sometimes I lost you a little bit in the track or just in the lyrics. I think sometimes less is more when it comes to dance music, where if you find that you're not finishing each word of each line, taking out like what's kind of filling extra space so that you can really say what you want to say. I think the dancers were dope, but they became a distraction a little bit because I was trying to see you both at the same time. So I wonder what it would look like if you did more marking of steps instead of bigger movements so we could hear you more clearly. But I love the energy. I love the performance. And there's a couple things lyrics wise that I think you could refine just for the overall message of the song, like something about stupid girl. And I was like, wait, but what happened? Was that, is she stupid? Like, what was the conversation behind it? And I think that just stuck with me as a woman when I heard stupid girl, but then I didn't hear like the explanation behind the story or what that means to you, because that can mean so many different things. But I would love to see you on a big stage and super dope. But I do think there are ways to refine it for dance, for intimate performances so that we can really hear your lyrics.
Thank you so much.
Nice, nice, nice. Thank you for sharing that feedback. Thank you. Royal Z, what do you have for QJ?
Well, I like what Siobhan said about the dance and stuff. I didn't even think about that, but listening to her talk, I was like, oh yeah, it was a little distracted. Now I love the vibe, yo. I love the bounce. I love your little tone, your little swag and sauce, you know, like dancing and singing together. It is a lot, you know what I mean? That's why most of the time, 99.9% of the artists just have track playing, you know what I mean? Because it's very, you know, very, 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 very challenging. You know, some of the greatest of all time, you know, are able to do it, but 99% of most artists aren't because it's really challenging. So just, you know, keep working it. I would have liked to have been able to kind of vibe with the record a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? But I love the bounce of it. I love the swag. I love the attitude, you know, it's dope, man. It's dope. And I appreciate the production value, you know what I'm saying? I think you gotta always, you know, you gotta do everything like it's it. You know, you gotta really take passion and pride in what you do, and I appreciate that, man. I salute that.
Thank you so much.
Megan, could I add something? Because Royal Z got me thinking again. For dance music, the backing track is your friend. So when you perform it and you rehearse it, wherever you get tired or wherever, you know, you want to make sure it's repetitive, put that underneath so that you can hop, you know, you can hop in and out of it as opposed to having to do the lead vocal for everything. And then that gives you more room to jump in and out of it and ad lib and not have to sing the whole song verbatim while you're giving a whole, you know, choreo performance. Because it's hard.
Yeah, and no one does it. So like, chill. Like no one does it. Like no one does it. Anybody that's dancing, I mean, like maybe, like I've seen, like I know Chris does it. Like there's so few artists that do it. I'm not gonna put people like that, but like there's so few artists that actually are dancing and singing live at the same time. You know, it's just like, because the expectation nowadays is that everything is perfect at all times. You know what I mean? And people are like, you know, they're just not accustomed to the nuances of what actual humanity is like. And if you dancing and moving around, it's hard to fucking sing. Like it's just physics, you know. But because of the expectations, because of all the shit that's been going along or stuff going along, you know, like Siobhan said, yeah, try a TV track, never hurt anybody, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah, QJ, great feedback, great feedback. I'm ready to start dancing. My kids are even into you. Like, you're inspiring my child to dance. So I applaud that. I applaud that with you. All right, QJ, thank you for turning your camera on. And remember, for everybody that is here for QJ, make sure you show some love to QJ, to every single artist that is on here, and let them know that you see them shining. And also, make sure you fill out the fan poll that's going on right now on Instagram at Music Forward. And also, Engage in the chat. Put it in the chat right now who it is that you love the most. And I'm going to be for real. I love everybody. Isn't that right? I love everybody on this thing. So this is the final question that I have for you industry guests, okay? Because this is the most crucial part. What would be the one piece, I know it's hard. What is the one piece of advice that you would give to our up and coming artists? I know. Oh, I don't even want to give the pressure of picking. I'm going to let one of you all answer on your own.
Oh, we both off mute.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'll go. One, because she said one.
One.
Not a lot, but she said one. All right, so this is how I'm going to summarize all of them. Some Jay-Z said to me, be great.
Be great.
Be great.
And everybody, yeah.
If you are great, nothing else matters.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to be great. Can't be good, can't be really good. And there's a Grand Canyon between good and great.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Royal Z says to be great. Thank you for sharing that one piece of advice. Siobhan, what do you have for us? What's that one piece of advice to
One piece of this big old pie. I would say intention over expectations. That if you love music, you have to be open to how the universe is going to bring it to you. And it can't be for fame anymore. There's a lot of short-term, temporary, 15 seconds, and then they made it 30, and now it's a minute. Like, it's not long-term. It's your legacy, it's your purpose, it's your work. And if you truly love what you do and it's about sharing your story, there's a lot of different ways in this world that you can share your story. And it's important that your intention is pure, because the world's gonna give you whatever it wants sometimes. But if you mean it, and like Rosie said, and you strive for greatness, you know you're living in your purpose, and that makes a difference when it gets hard and on the day-to-day.
That's right. That's right. And for
I kind of like her answer better. I mean, I like my answer
put it together. Put it together.
But like,
there is a Grand Canyon
intention
and expectation.
But you got to do it for the love. Like, if you don't love this, like, go stop right now. Like, stop it. Save yourself, your family, your friends. Like, just stop it. Like, this is, if the love doesn't carry you here, because there's so many hurdles and so much stuff once you get into the business that no one thinks about, that could would deter any normal, sane person, unless you have the passion. So I like
we keep adding more pieces, and love over likes.
Yeah,
like temporary, and that's a double.
Be great.
Love is deep.
Yeah, be great.
And you know what? To kind of wrap it up, what it seems like you two both are saying is, at the end of the day, it's a marathon. Like Nipsey Hussle said, it's a marathon. And sometimes it can be hard when we're going through the journey of acceptance. Like, dang. It's easy to be ourselves, but it can be a little challenging, but just trust the process of you were perfectly created. So industry guests, before you turn your cameras off, can you please share your amazingness? How can people stay connected with you on the Instagram world?
My Instagram, my plugs are horrible. It's @TheRoyal_Z. You guys can find me there. You could, send me music, send me links. Yeah, I'm open. Sometimes I might take a little bit to get back to you, but please do not take that. I respond to everybody, and reach out to me. I love to hear what all you guys are cooking up.
Thank you. And Siobhan, what do you have for us?
My Instagram is Siobhan, but with 2 Y's. Long story. Somebody who posts puppies, she took my name. But SHYYVONNE. And yeah, we're out here. And I think it's important to have different teachers in different forms. So as long as you are respectful and understand time and boundaries, I'm happy to talk.
Facts. And thank you for sharing your time, your energy, and your feedback tonight for these amazing young artists. Because as I said in the beginning, it's events like this and showcases like this that can either keep them going or make them feel the need to quit. And I'm so glad that you all gave up your time. The most precious thing that we have in this world is our time. And thank you, industry guests, for joining us tonight. Thank you. Look, I can now turn y'all cameras off now. Bye, y'all. And I can't believe it. Why is it that when you're having a good time, time flies by so fast? No. What an incredible night that this has been. I mean, celebrating and honoring creativity, artistry at its finest, a new generation of artists. And I had the pleasure to be your guest host. Megan O, and much love to Lydia Caesar for inviting me here, as well as, Open Mic Fridays with Music Forward. It has been an absolute pleasure. And before I leave, I want to make sure that you know something else super dope that Music Forward is doing. They just gave me some news, like, Megan, please share it. I said, don't mind if I do. They just announced their All Access Fair, right? Their All Access Fest 21 is a career fair, and it is with a music industry twist. You do not want to miss this. So if you are a young person that is looking to follow your dreams and follow the career when it comes to music, you want to map out your pathway to success. And you can do that at this event. You'll gain direct access to top professionals, internships, and there's going to even be employment opportunities. So you have to check, you even have a chance to get feedback from an A&R. But in order for you to get that, you have to register to attend this absolutely free event. And you can do that at musicforwardfoundation.org. And also, while you're in the digital world, because you're already still here, right? Make sure you visit Music Forward's Instagram page on Monday. That way you can find out who our industry guests selected. Oh, so you still have time to fill out that fan poll also on Instagram. So in a few weeks, same place, same time, you will see more emerging talent right here in the Twitch world. Again, I was your guest host, and for Lydia Caesar. My name is Megan O, and this was tonight's edition of Music Forward's Open Mic Fridays. Buenas noches, y'all. Good night. Peace out.